Mike and Leilani went to Pancakes by the Bay next morning for breakfast and pancakes and coffee. They got their usual table by the window. What do you think of what we saw yesterday? It certainly was intriguing. We've now seen a multidimensional object that opens up a realm of beauty, and the multidimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Yeah, they seem to be trying to conceal both the multidimensional object that opens a realm of beauty and the dimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Let's just order breakfast and talk about something else for now. That would be nice. Penelope, the waitress, takes her order. How can I help you? Let's see. I'll have the uh, Bayside griddle cakes with extra butter and some of your strawberry maple syrup, along with a cup of mountain morning coffee. Coming right up, Mike. What's it going to be for you, Leilana? I'll have the paradise pancakes and a cup of succulent coffee. I'll have that for you people. By the way, Leilana, how was your writing project for going for Coffee Lovers Monthly? That's going great. I find that I have an ability to write about coffee in a poetic way that expresses the way coffee is not only a beverage that brings an exquisite taste sensation to my mouth, but also connects my soul to the eternal realm of pleasure that transcends this earthly plane of existence. That was beautifully stated. All of a sudden, they look out of the window and see the woman in the Corvette pull up again. She gets out of the car. She seems to be holding a new package. This package is also intriguing. From the near distance is heard another woman screaming, "Get her! She's got the package!" The woman gets back in the Corvette and drives off frantically. Wow. I wonder where she went to in her car. I wonder what's in the package. Maybe top secret plans drawn up by aliens interested in taking over planet Earth. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Would you like to go back to my condominium that brings the more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Michael and Leilani went back to Mike's condominium that brings more William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike and Leilani got up early the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. They got their usual table. By the window, where they can look out on upon San Francisco people. Penelope, their favorite waitress, takes their order. How can I help you? I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes with strawberry syrup and butter, along with some hash browns and a cup of Mountain Morning Paradise coffee. Okay. I'll have that for you. What's it going to be for you, Leilana? I'll have the, let's see, the savory crepes with butter and maple syrup, along with a cup of ocean morning coffee. I'll have that for you, people. That package is so intriguing, isn't it? Yes, it is. It sure is. Hey, look, Leilana, it's Ethan Hawke. The guy who portrays Ethan Hawke in the stage adaptation of Reality Bites, and the girl who portrays you, the Leilana character in the play. They approach them. Stay the fuck away from my woman, Charlie. She's my woman now, Ethan. I'm sorry, Ethan. Charlie is the guy who portrays me in the stage adaptation of Reality Bites. And I'm the real Ethan Hawke. I brought the character Troy Dyer into archetypal existence in Reality Bites. She's in love with the archetype that you created, but I truly love the archetype that by Charlie. Sorry, Ethan. I get Sheila. You have to find yourself another woman. Or maybe a prostitute if you get desperate. No, sorry, Charlie. I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Yeah? Yeah, watch me. A bloody fight ensues. It gets bloody. Mike and Leilana look to each other. I can't watch this. Can you, Leilana? No, let's go back to your condominium and embrace more William Shakespeare dialogue. Sure. Mike and Leilana. Back to Mike's condominium and embrace more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an exit from it. Mike and Leilana sit in Mike's condominium overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge. Beautiful Pacific Ocean glimmering in the light of the moon, and start talking. Isn't it amazing that Ethan Hawke is in a fight with the guy who portrays him in the stage adaptation of Reality Bites? I think it shows not only the power of love, but the power of theater. Ethan Hawke brought Troy Dyer into existence in the archetypal realm where Reality Bites exists. And his portrayal was so convincing that he fully embodied the character to oh, the extent that he exists in such a realm he exists in such a real way that the woman Sheila who portrays Leilana Pierce is more in love with Charlie. The guy who portrays Troy Dyer in the stage adaptation of Reality Bites. Because Charlie has brought to the tangible world the character that Ethan Hawke put into archetypal existence. That shows the power of theater. Okay? The power of love is manifest in the passionate fight that Charlie Tamlinson and Ethan Hawke are engaged in over Sheila Henderson, the woman who portrays Leilana Pierce in the stage adaptation of Reality Bites. You follow me? Yeah, that is far out. Hey, look, Mike. Do you see that? By the Golden Gate Bridge? Yeah. Yeah, I see it. It looks like Ethan Hawke and Sheila Henderson kissing. I thought Sheila Henderson wanted Charlie Tamlinson. What is she doing with Ethan Hawke? Huh? I just thought of something. Do you think that maybe Sheila Henderson is in love with Troy Dyer, the character portrayed by Ethan Hawke and Charlie Tamlinson, and whoever successfully brings Troy Dyer into real life is the guy that Sheila Henderson is going to choose? That's an interesting speculation, and perhaps correct. All of a sudden, Charlie Tamlinson wanders around by Ethan Hawke and Sheila Henderson. Another bloody fight ensues. This is really awful. We have got to try to intervene in this situation to stop the fighting. Do you have an idea of what we can do about it? Yeah, I just thought of something. Um, we could put on a play at Pancakes by the Bay. Which will be a stage adaptation of Reality Bites. This play will run for several weeks as a competition between Ethan Hawke and Charlie Tamlinson to see who brings Troy Dyer into tangible existence. The play will be performed twice a night for several months, at the end of which the winner will be chosen by Sheila Henderson. Whoever wins gets Sheila Henderson. I love that idea. Do you want to go talk to them? Sure. Mike and I want to go to talk to Ethan, Sheila, and Charlie. Hi, people. Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. What are you doing here? Hi, Mike. We're here because Leilana has an idea about how to decide who gets Sheila. What's your idea? We could put on a stage adaptation of Reality Bites at Pancakes by the Bay. Every evening for several months. Twice an evening. The character, Troy Dyer, would be portrayed by Ethan in one performance and Charlie in the other performance. At the end of this series of performances, Sheila could decide who she really wants, which would be the guy who brings Troy Dyer most fully into tangible existence. That would be perfect. I agree. Let's go for it. Okay, we'll get this thing started. Would you like to go back to my condominium, the practice of more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Mike and Leilana went back to Mike's condominium, the practice of more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. Okay. William Shakespeare dialogue book. Let's see. Romeo and Juliet. I've sure done this story many times, but I might as well do it because I know it pretty well. Scene 2, Capulet's orchard, enter Romeo. He jests the scars that never felt a wound. Enter Juliet above at the window. But soft! What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who's already sick and pale with grief. That thou, her maid, art more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal ivory is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. Oh, it is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Who the fair stars in all the heaven having some business do entreat her eyes, till they twinkle in their spheres. What if her eyes over there? Are they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Two of the fairest stars in all heaven having entreat her eyes, would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her head? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks. Oh, speak again, for our bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being over my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white, upturned, wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn by love and no longer be a Capulet. Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, so Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo. What man art thou, thus bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel? By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word. My ears have not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague? Neither, fair maid, if either these like. How canst thou hither, tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find me here. With love's like wings did I ever perch these walls. For so many limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt. Therefore, thy kinsmen are those no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, There lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet not proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. But thy love, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? Thy love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed with the fire of the sea, I would adventure for such merchandise. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear, that tips with silver Holly's fruit treetops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which is the God of my elegy. If my heart's dare love. Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be. Everyone can say, light and sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath might prove a beauty as flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction can say out of tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful love for mine. I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet wilt thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love? But to be frank, and give it thee again. And yet I wish for the thing I have. My barn is boundless to sea. My love is deep, for the more I give to thee, the more I have. Whatever. I hear some noise within. Oh, blessed, blessed night. Being a night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial. 1,000 times good night. 1,000 times I wish to want thy life. Love coaster, ghost are lovely. Love from love. Okay, I'm going to go to the end of the play. Give me that Maddock and the wrenching iron. Oh, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver it to my father. Give me the light upon the life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof. And do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore, hence be gone. But if thou jealous dost return to pry, and whatever our farther shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable than empty tigers or the roaring sea. I will be gone and not trouble thee. So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of earth, Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food. I hear some noise. Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom lies there dead. In Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare not longer stay. Go thee hence, for I will not away. What's here? A cup. Closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. O churl, drunk all, and left no friendly drop to help me after. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them, to make me die with a restorative. Thy lips are warm. This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies, Capulet Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished. Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known. There shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo's by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity. A gloaming peace this morning with it brings. The sun, for sorrow, will not show his head. Go hence, to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this, of Juliet and her Romeo.